Welcome back, guys. This is episode 11 in my Leeds United story. The last video was the season finale versus Southampton, where I promised that you was going to get to watch me play Man United in the FA Cup final. However, my laptop had completely other ideas and decided that while I was recording, it was not going to record any volume and cut out halfway through the game. So that video's not on. As you can see by this game, I'm actually playing the Community Shield versus Man United. So I won the FA Cup final. Will it show me? Here it is. Actually won the FA Cup final 3-0 with Kuki scoring a hat-trick. It was a very, very dominant display, really, to say I was playing Man United. They didn't seem to field that strong a team compared to what they did in the league against us, but hey ho, we won anyway. So that puts us in the Community Shield versus Man United. It also puts us in Europe. As some of you might be aware, some of the people that I know or talk to on the Facebook group, my star man Kuki was refusing to sign a new contract and had a very low release clause. I got rid of that. His problem was that he didn't think our ambitions matched his ambitions. That winning the FA Cup got us into Europe, and some of the players that I've brought in are actually pretty outstanding, pretty decent, up and coming, young, quality players that are probably going to challenge for my aim in the Premier League this season. I'll show you transfer history. As you can see, a lot of players have gone out compared to what's come in, but I feel like I've brought in some actual quality. We'll go through who's left. I'll show you the significant ones. Luke Ayling went to Bristol City for 4.6 million. That was quite a lot of money for him because he didn't really play last season. He was nowhere near up to scratch. He didn't really reflect what the man is in real life, because he is actually doing quality for Leeds in real life. Jay Quitongo, he went out on loan halfway through the season. He was a massive disappointment. When I'm playing three strikers and some of the strikers that I've currently got, he was never going to get any game time, so I cashed in on him. Stuart Dallas, he was a good player, don't get me wrong, but I no longer play with wingers, so I tried retraining him to play as a striker or as a centre mid, but he couldn't do it, so Stuart Dallas has gone to Stoke for 2.5 million. Adam Clayton, a bit of an ego. He came in wanting to play every week. I played him in the cup and in some league games, and it was never enough, and his performances when he played were shite. So Celtic offered me, I think, 5 million. I managed to get 6 million out of him, so he's gone. Bailey Peacock Farrell wasn't developing nowhere near as much as I wanted. If he'd developed a bit more, he would have been the understudy and I would have got rid of Silvestri, but he didn't, so I kept Silvestri. Tyler Denton's gone on loan. Kyle Bartley, as good as he was for me in the Championship, when I signed him, he couldn't handle it last season. And then Ryan Ferguson, Matt Sill, Clark Oduor, they've gone. And then Facundo Calidio, I'm gutted about this lad. I got him, and then I couldn't sign him until he was 18. He couldn't come from Brazil. Now he can't get a work permit. But if you look at Mexican First Division, he's played 2 games for him, 2 goals, average rating of 7.3. He's actually quality. I just need him to get picked for the Argentinian team or get some sort of status so he can actually get a work permit and come. Alosio or whatever. Part of the reason I've sold him is because I can't pronounce his name and I sound ridiculous every time I try to say it. But also, he is 30 years old, and then I got £6 million for him, and I do have some very, very good cover. Rafael Lucas, that's another striker I've got. When I signed him, his rating was at 5 stars. Another one that I couldn't get a work permit for, and I sent him out on loan last season, and he's completely diminished. I don't know if that is the team he's playing in or what. So I've sent him out another season on loan, and then we'll see. If we can't get a work permit, I'm going to have to try and get rid of him. This is one I didn't really want to do, but Alex Moat, he deserved more game time than he was getting. 23. when you see some of the midfielders that I've brought in, he's not really going to get a look in. And he didn't. His average, what was his average rating last season? 6.9, 28 games. It's not low, but it's not standout. And then 3 young lads gone to Guiseley, 1 gone to Eastleigh. Jack McKay is gone. Calvin Phillips has gone on loan to Hearts. He's gone for the season, but there is an option to recall him. So if I get short in midfield, there's still a lot of potential with Calvin Phillips. I think he was pretty shocking last year, but the season before, 37, 4-7, 3 player of the match in 7.3. I see more potential in him than in Alex Moat. Some of you might disagree. But anyway, on to the players that I've brought in. First off, Facundo Calidio. It only says that I brought him in this season because it was when the transfer was arranged while I was in the Championship for him to come, but he was too young, so it's gone through. That it's come as this one. Lewis Cook, 10.25 million, bit of a bargain really for this lad. Worked wonders. He wasn't happy at Bournemouth, so I brought the boy back home. Simon Gustafsson from Feyenoord. He is a attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker or deep line playmaker. But some of the stats: first touch 16, passing 16, technique 16, flair 16, strength 16. At 23, worth £13 million. The wages of some of these lads I've brought in are a bit extreme, but good old Masters give us the money, so I might as well spend it. But I'm quite excited about him, and I'm quite excited about, I'll skip one, Marco Asensio from Real Madrid. Brought him for 12 million. He was not happy. I think he was transfer listed, if I remember right. They transfer listed from Real Madrid. It's worth 21. Look at that, 4.5 stars. Earning 100k a week though. A lot of wonga for a 22-year-old. But some of the stats: dribbling 18, first touch 18, passing 16, technique 18, flair 17. This boy is the package. He's going to be great. So them two I'm very, very excited about. And then I've got Jesus Vallejo, or however you pronounce it. I'm not the best at pronouncing names. Got him on loan from Real Madrid for the season as a centre-back coverer. I've had him in previous football managers, and he does do the business. He does, when he gets to about 25, he is a Spanish international, and I think he did become their captain last year. Alfonso Areola Nipple. He is a keeper. I've had him before. I've read a lot about this guy. A lot of people do rate him. However, I've had him. He's played 5 non-competitive friendly games and he's let 10 in. It's like he plays with no fucking hands in some of the replays. So fingers crossed it is just the way it is. But some of his stats were the reason I bought him, and he doesn't seem to have any idea what he's doing. Someone did say to check if he has a language problem. He doesn't speak English. This could be a problem. So, development, send on intensive language course. Yes. That could be half the problem then. If you can't tell him where to be, he's not going to fucking understand what they're saying either. Come on, I wish you need to sort your head out. So that could be the problem with him. 2 freebies that I've brought in. Alexander Kolarov as cover at left back. But basically what I've done is, with us playing in Europe, I've tried to have double cover in every position. So I've got Tyrone Mings, and now Alexander Kolarov, and Paul Drummett that came from Newcastle. So there's 3 left backs, but for some reason my left back and my right back keep to get injured and sent off. I think it's the amount of running and pressing I ask him to do. So the more cover the better. And then this one, XAVI. He is actually a player, but he is retiring in, I think, 3 months. 3 months, and then he becomes a under-18s coach. I wanted him as a coach. I saw him and I thought, what better person to tutor than one of the best midfielders that's ever played the game. But some of the stats are just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Pace is 4, So he's definitely just going to be a holding player and knock the ball around. I might drop him and play him as the defensive midfielder. What's his tackling like? 7. Maybe I won't then. But he's going to be in there in the middle with the two young lads around him, definitely learning from him, and it'll probably be more as a sub than a first team player. And this one, David Santon, he says he plays left, however he is going to be playing on the right as a wing back. He seems to prefer the left, but he's better on the right. But some of his stats are pretty decent. Another one, 27, Italian. They all tend to be a bit crazy and a bit pacey. Up and down the wing, 14 million. So that's my signings in, that's my signings out. So if we look at the squad, 2 of my young lads that I've signed before are actually in and around the first team now. Boros, I've listed him for loan, but I think I'm going to keep him. Them greens going up, look at him, this boy is developing. Non-competitive games, 6 appearances, 8 goals, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches, 7.95. He is going to be, I'm training him in complete forward to fit my tactic. But at the minute, him, Kookie and Ashley Fletcher absolutely bossed it. But this lad, I cannot, this lad, everything about him, 6 appearances, 9 goals, 2 assists, only 1 player of the match. But look, under 21 championship European, 1 appearance, 3 as a sub, 6 goals, 3 assists, 1 player of the match, 8.27. And that's actually away with his country, with Spain. Phenomenal, this lad, absolutely phenomenal. I've managed to get the silly clause out of his contract. So the only way we get rid of him is he can go for 35 million if we get relegated. But I've got no plan on doing that. So with that squad, my aim is, I'm going to aim for, I'm not going to say top 4. I don't want to go for the Champions League yet. I'm not sure. Some of them are young. They could do. I just wanted to avoid relegation last season and finish 9th. But I think definitely top 6, and try and do something in Europe that I've got in through the FA Cup. I don't think there's nothing else that I need to show you to catch you up. Oh, Joe Hart, I tried to get Joe Hart on a loan because Man City don't want him, but they don't want to loan him, they just want to sell him. So what I'm going to do is I will skip ahead, and I'll play out the Leeds Man United Charity Cup, Charity Shield, Community Shield, and I'm not too bothered about what the score is going to be. As you can see, I've still got some players that need a bit of match fitness, so I might sling them in just to get them up and running, ready for the season. Obviously, it'll be nice to win. It's always nice to beat Man United. So I'll see you at Wembley. Welcome to Wembley. So it's Leeds versus Man United. They're the 2 lineups. I've gone with Silvestri in goal, Mings at left back, Arazo, Gianetti, Isla along the back 4. I've gone Ronaldo Vieira, deep line playmaker, Lewis Cook, box to box midfielder, and Asensio, advanced playmaker. I haven't put Gustafsson on because when I look at Gustafsson and Asensio, the tackling is very low, so I'm not going to win nothing in there. Fletcher and Boros in complete forward support roles, and Kookie as an attacking role. Man United do have a fair bit of pace in their team, so when I get to set my instructions, I am going to go with, close them down more, close them down, tackle them hard, give Rashford an hard time. So when it comes to being able to set my instructions, I am going to drop my defensive line. Usually I have it really high and sort of flag for the offside and the keeper sweeping up. However, I'm going to sit it at normal. Sit normal. Just so I don't get smashed with the ball. smashed with the ball over the top. So, right, we're off. Man United have kicked off first. First bit of action, don't usually have a goal. They've got quite a few youngsters in their team, Man United. I don't know if, obviously it's 2 seasons in, they might have brought them forward and actually be first team members now, but hopefully. Oh, I was going to say, Vieira, what are you doing? Ooh. Well done, Mings. I was just about to say Mings played well in pre-season and then he gave the ball away, but we're not going to go down that road again. I don't praise players anymore. And Rashford has just got round the back and scored within 6 minutes, dropping my defence. Clearly hasn't done anything. Team talk, assertive, demand more. We need to get a fucking grip button. Right, come on, Leeds. It's not Oliver. Just keep it simple. Come on, Fletcher, that's yours. Cross the ball. Asensio. Not worth the money I paid, is he? Shocking, the boy. My team is fairly young in comparison to a lot. Like Cookie is only 19. Asensio is like 23, I think. Boros is, I think, 17. So my team is fairly young. There's a lot to come for him. Go on, like, it's just little things like that that. You're joking. Well done, Silvestri. Giannetti. I was going to say they've got to learn from the older ones, separate the men from the boys. Giannetti is the oldest man in the team. Don't clear a simple header. Goon. We haven't had a single shot on target. It's never good. Move it to control a bit. I don't like the idea of not getting forward. But what is happening up here? I don't think I've ever had a game where if I get to half time without a goal or that Cookie's got to be scoring. Got to be scoring. Off the post. Cookie and Boros linking up well. He's sort of pushing Fletcher out a little bit, if I'm honest. Still got the likes of Wood, Sanabria. Still got them that I can call upon if need be to play up front. I've had some shots now. No real good ratings. Committing a lot of fouls. Giannetti's probably going to get sent off in this get rid of. Oh, come on. Simple stuff. Giannetti is having an absolute mare. What's his 6.7? Not going to tell them they're doing fine. Show me something different in the second half. Midfield can take a bollocking. Assertive. Not happy with your playmaking efforts. Cookie always seems to play better on the right. Let's go that way. One thing I am going to change is I've always played them with it on attack. I always just do it because I get scared of the big teams like a wimp. Right, come on. The changes haven't been implemented yet. Are they on now? That's better. Right, come on. Attack, 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 attack. Better. Go on, Boros. Put him under pressure. He's only 9. Pressure. Razzo mopping up. Razzo mopping up. Come on. Absolutely criminal. What is happening? You can't blame Silvestre. That's that shithead. 5'6". Absolute joke. Right, tactics. Pause the game. Come on, Santon. You're off. Wing back. Attack. Let's have it. We could get hammered. Nothing to lose. Lewis Cook can come off for Gustafsson. Advanced playmaker support. Have 2 of them. Advanced playmaker. Get rid of that. Sanabria can come on for Barros. That's all my subs made. Right, come on. used to making 11 subs from all the friendlies. I have played a few friendlies. I played some Champions League teams. I played Juventus and Atletico Madrid, and I lost them both. Don't get me wrong, but good display. I think at one point it was 3-1 up against Juventus, and then I brought no hands Areola in goal, and I let 5 in. But do you ever find sometimes like that? Arizon makes loads of mistakes. He wins. For me, when I've watched, he's won everything. Gianetti's the one that's not won out. Attacking. Man United seem to have brought a fair few youngsters on now. Just taking the piss. Why is he stepping up like that? Just, oh my Jesus Christ. Well, they've deserved to spank us, really. Not impressed at all. Not impressed. A bit gutted really, because my old team, half the players I've sold, tore these apart in the FA Cup final. Now we're struggling to even score a goal. Kooky, come on, you're on 100 grand a week now. But I've got a feeling that's going to be full time. And we've lost 3-0 at Wembley to Man United. It's never good losing to your fiercest rivals. I'm far from pleased with that. Just shocking, really. He can take the individual. You better not have praised him. What's the... Pleased? You've earned some rest. He's going to get himself sacked. 3-0. Shite. But anyway, on to the Premier League. So the aim for the Premier League is, if we look at the schedule, Premier League, if we look at Stoke, Brentford, that should be first 2 wins. Man City, then this is where it gets hard. We've got a lot of cup games. We play on the 20th, the 23rd, and the 25th. Yeah, 3 games in 5 days. Well, it's a good job I've got a big squad. Bloody yeah. Right, so it is going to be tough then this season with all the games that we've got to play, but hey ho, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, if you watch the video, if you like it, give me a like. If there's any questions you might have, leave a comment. If you haven't already, then please by all means subscribe. I've just crossed 100 subscribers, which is I'm quite proud of, really, because it is literally, I just record myself playing a game that I enjoy playing. So if you enjoy the game, if you enjoy watching me play the game, then please like it, please share it. If you're a fellow YouTube storyer and you're watching this, please leave a link and I'll give yours a watch. Anyway, thank you very much. Ta-ta for now.